right. Well, there are games and there are games, Mark Jackson, and I don't know what we would call that, but it wasn't a competitive contest as we welcome you here to Sixers Post-Game Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. Was this a case of the Sixers being on cruise control, Joel Embiid not being 100%, or the Heat just absolutely coming to play?
No, give credit where credit is due. I mean, this was a Heat butt kicking. They just kicked Sixers butt, period. And Sixers had no answers because they still struggling to get ready for the playoffs, and they didn't turn the switch on. This is flat-out butt whipping.
Yeah, the Sixers hadn't played really much of a quality opponent in a while, and you could see it was tough for them to ramp up as we welcome in Alaa Abdelnaby as we're crossing it over. Alaa's always ready. He doesn't need ramping up. He is always playoff ready. But Alaa, they were not playoff ready. The Heat came to play, and Mark said it earlier in our broadcast. The Heat just punched him in the mouth, and the Sixers didn't know what happened.
No question about it, and Mark's absolutely right. There were no answers offered up by the 76ers, and what you expected is at least a little bit of emotion. When things got heated there, the Sixers would respond with a little bit of emotion. That emotion didn't last that long. It was the Miami Heat that channeled that emotion moving forward, and they were the better team, the more aggressive team, the more energetic team. And the thing that I found interesting was that the Miami Heat really just did whatever they wanted, and the 76ers never got in their way. And that's the thing that I think is most discouraging.
Yeah, you mentioned the emotion and a little bit of that extra. It came in spurts, and then all of a sudden just didn't carry over into anything. The first time we saw that, Trevor Ariza and Joel Embiid, Ariza taking a little bit of exception, as you're going to see here. He thought maybe that Joel Embiid rolled up on his ankle, not really sure what he thought here, but they had a little words, and, you know, they thought, hey, this is a little extra something here, Mark Jackson.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I don't think Joel did that on purpose. But Trevor took it that way. But I think things are a little fired up, and Trevor just wanted a reason to get mad at somebody, and he took it out on Joel. And
then you see here, Alaa, Udonis Haslem. He's going to be seen later, but he hadn't even been in the game at this point. He's chipping away at everybody, and Joel is saying this is them talking. This is right before halftime. He's maybe trying to clear the air a little bit.
Well, I think both of them are trying to hopefully put it past them. They seem to have cooler heads there, but the idea that one team used that emotion to their benefit while the 76ers were unable, it looked like they kind of were frayed from the emotion. And I think the bottom line is, tactically speaking, the Miami Heat got a lot of open looks today. Shots that were uncontested, while the 76ers, everybody basically had a hand up in their face, and that made life difficult for the visiting team.
It was, go ahead, Mark.
I ain't like that. Let me tell you, Alaa, we can be nice. We can be nice on camera all we want. But I ain't explaining myself to you at halftime. You don't like it, do something about it, period. This is a playoff implication. This is game is going to dictate what happens in the thing. I'm not going to kind of be your friend now at halftime. That's basketball. Man, leave that for the birds, man. Leave that in Miami on the beach. No, I'm not coming to make amends with you. You got a problem with me, see me, period.
Yeah, Mark did not, like, we were watching that upstairs together. Mark was like, what are they talking for? What are they doing? I was like, maybe Joel's trying to, I don't know, make amends.
I'm Joel Embiid. You don't like it tough. Get out of here. I ain't explaining myself to you.
Exactly, exactly. Mark did not like that. Mark's more old school. And I'm with you on that. You don't need to be sitting there, you know, trying to be all friends and stuff. Come on, punch him back in the mouth.
Playing nothing to you.
Dwight Howard, he really enjoys himself, doesn't he? He has so much fun. Getting a technical in this game was almost a foregone conclusion after you saw the way it started in this one, Mark. So Haslem out of cold storage, his first game of the season, comes in, 2 points, 2 techs. 2 hands to the face right there, and then he got tossed. Dwight looked like he was trying to keep his cool, but he gets a double tech. It's his 16th. He's probably suspended for the next game. You know, this didn't carry over either, and that maybe is surprising to you, Mark.
I mean, listen, we knew this. I told you this was going to happen before the game start. You know, but Haslem just, but then when he went to the bench, that's what I want to hear. What was he saying to Sam Cassell?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. He's like, I'm starting stuff with the White on purpose, who's a tough guy. Now I'm going to go to the bench and intimidate your coaches. Like, I want to know what was said there. That's what I want to know.
In Udonis Haslem's defense, Sam Cassell's more of his contemporary because he's been in the league for 105 years. So I like that he came in. He's in for about 4 minutes, and he got tossed. So
and then Pat Riley went in the locker room and said, "That's my boy. Good job."
High five.
High five.
Yeah, Pat Riley enjoys that. He wants all of the smoke. Ala, before we let you go, this is a Heat team that came to play. And maybe some people might think that they're sending a message, especially to the Sixers, who they could meet in that second round. Do you think that was the case? And if so, is this an opponent you don't want the Sixers to face in the playoffs?
Well, I don't want to face them if they're going to be outplayed that way, if the Heat are going to come out and play that way with the Sixers offering up no response. I don't anticipate that happening moving forward. I thought the Heat got the better of the 76ers today and maybe perhaps caught them a little off guard. But that being said, I think coming into this ball game, we all knew that there was going to be some physicality. It's just surprising that the 76ers weren't up for it as well. But moving forward, this may be signs of things to come. But the 76ers, I think, also know what they're dealing with now when dealing with the Miami Heat.
Yeah, the Miami Heat came to play. They left their starters in, I think, almost the entire game. He didn't pull, Spoelstra didn't pull those guys until, what, like a minute 40 to go in the game. It was incredible. Full court pressing. They were definitely sending a message. Nothing unintentional about that Heat squad tonight. Ala, thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow night. Once again, that 1 seed on the line. Thanks, Ala.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to get our first time out here on Sixers Post Game Live, brought to you by Kia Auto Insurance. We're going to hear from Doc Rivers. I'm sure he's going to be asked plenty about his team's effort level in this one and what they need to do going forward. Stay tuned for that coming up.
Sixers Post Game Live is presented by Cure Auto Insurance. See how much